Why should people read your book about Bernard Fallon?
People should read my book about Bernard Fallon because, first, the aim of that book is to crusade his beatification. In fact, I have written 2 open letters to the Bishop of Kumbo, Monsignor George Nkwo, about the importance of launching the cause of beatification of Bernard Fallon. First, this man was a layman in politics. He distinguished himself. You can imagine an ex-seminarian coming into politics with the luggage of formation. Seminary formation consists of spiritual formation, spiritual human formation, pastoral formation, and there are 4 of them. There are 4 of them. You have the spiritual, you have the human, you have the pastoral, and you have the intellectual formation. So you can imagine somebody who was formed with those 4. It's a holistic formation: spiritual, pastoral, human, and intellectual. So with all this luggage from seminary formation, he came into politics and distinguished himself as a selfless minister. In fact, he was minister during the regime of President Ahmadu Ahidjo, and he distinguished himself by living the heroic virtues, always coming to time at the office. He was a very simple man, very, very accessible. You see, ministers today, you can't even get to them. You can't even meet them because they are up there. But Fallon was a very simple man, approachable, and of service, always working. So people need to buy my book to discover more of this man, this Cameroonian man who distinguished himself with the heroic virtues in politics. He was a Christian and an intellectual in politics.
How did Bernard Fallon influence your thinking?
Bernard Fallon has influenced my thinking and way of life totally. From when I was in Nigeria, and he has really taught me, the right way of life, the things that really matter. My way of dressing, my way of thinking, he has influenced my way of writing too. Because I am, whenever I write, I'm motivated by his writings, by his discipline, his self-discipline, and his total entrega. You say in Spanish, entregar. Total self-giving, he gives himself totally for whatever he wants to do. So I've been totally influenced by that. I've all the books you see I'm writing and publishing about people. I just recently published another book about Cardinal Arinze, 90th birthday, first script. 2 volumes have been published already. So you can imagine. So Fallon is influencing me to give my life for others, to write for others, to promote others, to speak about others. Because he did too. He wrote so many books about people, and he was a researcher, and he loved to document. He was always writing down things that happened. If you want to go to Cameroon now and you want to know what happened in Cameroon, from the 60s when he came back to 80s when he died, you just have to take the cultural review called Abia. This was a cultural review book, almost 600 pages, which used to be published every month. So Fallon was the editor-in-chief and the founder of that Cameroon review. So you can imagine the documentation about culture, about different sciences, which he put together once every month. At times it was once every year, depending on the articles that came in from various authors. So I think I'm following his footsteps, and that's why I had to establish this NGO, non-profit organization, research, documentation, language, and culture. Because Fallon was a man of culture. He was a man of research. He was a man of language. He could speak many languages. In fact, he was the minister of missions, of foreign affairs. So he knew he could manipulate many languages and cultures. So I think I'm trying to follow his footsteps, try to emulate.
That's why knowledge matters.